Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Jadi kita bakal nyatain aja. Mana mau kerjain dari 50%, pakai artifact dan segala macam. Yang penting kita farming, yang penting kita live stream santai dulu. Untuk yang pertama mungkin saya kelar. Yap, bener ini. Soal yang saya story questnya terakhir belum. Jadi bentar guys, kita lanjut dulu yang ini ya. Kita kerjain quest yang ini dulu. Oke. Nah, kita ikuti guys.
Scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Kita teleport ke Inazuma terlebih dahulu ya. Oke, sebentar. Nah, siap. Oke. Oke, yuk kita kelarin dulu quest guys. Kita stream santai aja. Kalau kayak ngobrol segala macam.
Ah, you're here. It appears everyone has arrived. Last night, I visited a former servant who once worked for my family. I was able to learn the entirety of what happened all those in my great-grandfather's generation. The Ishin art was tasked with forging an important Goshinto according to an ancient forging diagram. Though all the craftsmen involved were very experienced, the process was still unsuccessful. When the deadline came, the blade still wasn't finished, so the craftsmen all fled and hid for fear of punishment. The Kaidahara clan and Yashiro Commission then conducted an investigation. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan eventually tracked down the craftsmen near the seaside. However, they met fierce resistance from the craftsmen, and in the end they were unable to prevent them from escaping by sea. The Kaidahara clan was severely punished for the swordsmiths that had escaped, and the family gradually fell into decline. Moreover, I heard that the head of the Kamisato clan was injured by the fleeing swordsmiths.
Yes. The sudden passing of the family head left the Kamisato clan leaderless. Treacherous people took advantage of the situation and put the family's status in the Yashiro Commission at jeopardy. This single incident had profound effects. Even after the position as head of the clan was passed to my father, the Kamisato clan still wasn't able to regain its prior reputation. But, thanks to my brother, everything is getting better now.
The failure to forge the blade was ultimately attributed to a lack of required skill and finesse. The Kaidahara clan and the Yashiro Commission. However, the story of the 5 Kasen seems to imply that the failure didn't stem from a lack of skill, but rather, the diagram had been tampered with by someone. Miss Kamisato, I heard yesterday that the Yashiro Commission has still kept the diagram ever since the failed forging all those years ago. Might I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes, I understand. Back and search for the diagram. Please come.
Kita lanjut ya. Gimana tuh? Oh, kan stage. kita lanjut dulu ya buat story-nya.
Everyone, I've managed to find the old diagram. Though the diagram is well preserved, you can still tell that it's seen at least 3 or 4 centuries of history.
Whoa, that's pretty old. Is it still possible to find any evidence of tampering?
At this point, we can only try our luck and see how we fare.
Although the effect is not too obvious, you can still see that some words have now started to smudge. Kazuha, this is clear evidence that this chart was indeed tampered with. Someone framed the Kaedehara clan all those years ago.
I see. But I fear that I've discovered this secret too late. When my grandfather was young, he proposed reviving the Ishin art many times to my great-grandfather. But my grandfather was only scolded for being too foolhardy. Yesterday, the former family servant said that my great-grandfather even went to the Yashiro Commission to request that diagram from the head of the Kamisato clan. He then showed that diagram to my grandfather and asked him and his subordinates to try to forge the sword. Sure enough, my grandfather also failed. My great-grandfather then told him, "If you can't find the secret..." My grandfather left Inazuma in a rage after hearing those words. He didn't ever see my great-grandfather again. Even till looking back at it now, the argument between the two...
Oh, Kazuha.
I heard that your great-grandfather was very industrious when he was young. But later in life...
Kazuha, did your great-grandfather really say, "If you can't find the secret within"?
Yes. The servant said that he personally heard those words. My grandfather was so angry at the time that he smashed my great-grandfather's chair.
Yes, it appears that you understand my meaning. Kazuha, if your great-grandfather thought that the Ishin art lacked finesse, then after witnessing his son's failure, but instead he said, "If you can't find the secret within," don't you...
So you're saying my great-grandfather may have very well known that the failure was due to someone's temper?
Yes, the current evidence suggests that is highly...
I apologize, but would you all please accompany... After I became a wanted criminal, the Tenryo Commission seized my family's last remaining estate, which contained all of my family's old belongings. I want to inquire about the whereabouts of those belongings. If I can find them, we might...
Alright, let's get moving.
Oke, bentar kita cek dulu ini ada sesuatu nih. Putri Mina yang dan bangsa yang hancur. Oke, kita lanjut guys. Kita nyantai aja guys. Langsung aja kali ya teleport. Ini kali guys. Maksud saya teleport aja, nggak usah. Kita lanjut ya.
What are you all doing here? Did something happen on Rito?
Kujo Sara.
Yes, I do. You're Kaedehara Kazuha, a wanted criminal during the vision hunt to...
Sara, we'd like to ask about the Kaedehara clan's property that was seized by the Tenryo Commission. Do you know where all their belongings...
Yes, the items seized at that time are currently stored in the warehouse next to the police station. Since Kaedehara has come back to Inazuma, those items should be returned to their rightful owner.
No, I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not here to reclaim those belongings. I just want to investigate them for a person.
I see. All right, I'll inform the police station. They'll take you into the warehouse.
Thank you, Zara!
Kaedehara, about the Vision Hunt decree.
That's all in the past now, Kujo-Sara. There's no need to mention it again. I know you've also had your own conviction. However, may I ask something of you?
Yes? What is it?
Currently, I have no plans to stay in Inazuma. As a result, those items from my family's estate are of Madam Kujo. I believe you are a person of integrity. After our investigation is over, I'd like to ask if you can handle those belongings for me. Please, sell them.
All right, I understand. I'll be sure to take care of it.
Ini guys, kita lanjut lagi ke kantor polisi ya, kantor polisi Inazuma. Oke. Oke guys, sebentar ya guys, saya ada.
You must be here to investigate the Kaedehara clan's belongings. Well, Madam Kujo's already informed me of the situation.
Kita lanjut guys, sebentar. Masuk domain ya.
The Kaedehara clan's belongings are stored in this warehouse. Unfortunately, the items are scattered throughout. However, I have clearly marked the corresponding items, so they shouldn't be too difficult to find. I'll be waiting for you at the door. Please come see me if you require any assistance.
Kazuha, since the items are scattered throughout the building, I propose we...
Yes, sounds like a plan. Thank...
Oh, it's you. I'm currently investigating the sword rack.
I see. Oh, yang ini di bawah.
Oh, since the Kaedehara clan was a family of renowned swordsmiths, then this blade should be super valuable, right?
I'm afraid not. Although the sword rack is made of fine wood, the swords placed here appear to be quite ordinary. The blade on the sword hasn't been sharpened, but there are many signs of use on the hilt. Perhaps Kaedehara, you...
Let Paimon see! Oh, there seems to be a couple uneven characters etched into the scabbard. Kazuha. Wow, so Paimon can imagine what...
I will continue investigating here and call you if I find anything interesting.
What did you find, Shincho?
I found quite the pile of old books. These books here are all related to smelting steel, and these are about the process of forging blades.
The books about plants and flowers must have belonged to Kazuha's great-grandfather.
I skimmed through them just now, but I didn't find anything particularly worth noting.
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately, I have yet to find anything of value here.
Whoa, this folding screen looks pretty old though.
Yes, perhaps if it were better maintained, then it could fetch a decent price. However, I doubt it could be sold in its current condition. I was taking a closer look just now and noticed a large piece of dirt caught in the fabric fibers on the back side. The soil is deeply embedded into the cloth. That means a great deal of force was used when the dirt was lodged into the cloth. Because this is not what we're looking for now. Let me think. If I wanted to leave a message behind, I would...
Albedo seems to be thinking pretty hard.
Kita ke venting mungkin terakhir ya. Oh iya benar. Nyari apa ini si Arcona Nemo ini?
Must be some around here somewhere. Do you see all these pots here? Some of them are bound to have liquor inside.
Hey! Everyone else is trying hard to help, and you're over here looking for a drink!
Aja masih nyari Amer anjing.
I merely jest, of course. Come on, we're close to uncovering the truth now.
Well, Paimon doesn't really get why Kazuha told Sara to sell all these belongings. What if we don't end up finding it? Then wouldn't Kazuha lose the chance of finding out what really happened all those years ago?
I know you are worried about Kazuha, but if you ask me, he is stronger than you think. Since Kazuha made such a request to Sara, that indicates he's already made his choice. Whether we find out the truth today, no, not intuition. Rather, I've lived for a long time now, so you could say I have some experience in reading. Leave the things here to me. You two can look around elsewhere.
Everyone, I've found something to look at.
Okay.
This flower pot was in my house for a long time. I heard that it was left behind by my great-grandfather.
Yeah, the plants seem to have been dead for a while.
Well, after my great-grandfather stopped studying the forging arts, he picked up the hobby of keeping bonsai plants. Most of his prized plants were given to others, but he specifically left behind this dead plant at the time. And my grandfather deeply regretted that he never managed to reconcile with my great-grandfather, so he left the plant exactly as it was. But now that I think about it, my great-grandfather could very well have left it behind for other reasons.
Now that you mention it, this flower pot is kinda suspicious.
Yes. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
Baik, kita lihat apa itu. Ada sesuatu.
We finally found something! Do you think someone already discovered the compartment and swapped the contents?
No, I do not think that is the case here. See the paper? It's quite yellowed, which means it's very old.
You mean to say that these sheets have been written with special ink?
Yes, I agree with this hypothesis.
Okay, let's give it a dunk!
There is a pond outside the police station. I'll use the water there. Just as everyone guessed, after I sprinkled some water onto the paper, writing did indeed...
Oh? What does the letter say?
It is. I'll tell you what my great-grandfather knew at the time, but before that, everyone, please follow me.
Mana tuh? Kita TKP dulu guys. Buat sini aja lah. Oh ya guys, sorry guys kalau misalnya kayak ini ya guys ya, namanya kayak rendernya nih. Sorry banget kalau misalnya rendernya nggak terlalu ini banget. Sorry banget ya. Yang penting kita lanjut storynya dulu guys.
Kaedehara, why did you lead us to this beach?
It is. In fact, my great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan tracked the fleeing swordsmiths to this. Our hypothesis was correct. My great-grandfather was well aware of the truth behind the defective blades. And it was right here, where they encountered the culprit who framed the Kaedehara clan. It reads, "To whoever reads this letter, I, Kaedehara Yoshinori, have been held to a certain secret throughout my entire life. All those years ago, when I was pursuing the swordsmiths alongside Commissioner Kamisato of the Yashiro Commission, I was not injured by one of the fleeing smiths. Rather,
it was night, and after the clues led us down to shore, I waited for the culprits to show themselves. However, there were no swordsmiths in sight, only a single eccentric stranger. This stranger claimed to be the one behind the failed forgings and said that he had been patiently waiting for us. He then threatened to destroy the Raiden Gokaden. That person was of able body, and in a blink of an eye, myself and the accompanying samurai had been defeated. Commissioner Kamisato was severely wounded, and I barely escaped death myself. My hat had fortunately blunted a blow to my head. The unusual stranger could have easily claimed my life at that moment, but after noticing my appearance, he stopped his attacks and sternly asked if I had any connection with the name Niwa. I answered that it was my father's surname, and after my father disappeared, I was adopted by the Kaedehara family. Upon hearing my answer, the stranger paused. After a long silence, he suddenly said, "Tell her this. My name is Kuni Kuzushi." He then turned and left.
Ya, saya tahu guys yang dimaksud entitas esentrik yang satu ini siapa. Betul. Sekarang yang jadi Harbingers ya, Harbingers ke-6 dengan sebutan Balladeer alias AKA namanya Scaramouche buat saya. Tapi untuk dulu namanya Kuni Suzuki ya.
So
Agak ribet
that's what
juga ya.
really
Yang nama
happened.
Jepang banget guys ya.
yes. My great-grandfather and the head of the Kamisato clan escaped from death and learned that the forging diagram had been tampered with by Kuni Kazushi. However, due to the encounter, the head of the Kamisato clan was worried that my great-grandfather would be falsely accused of being involved with the perpetrator. So even on his deathbed, the master of the Kamisato clan cautioned my great-grandfather to never speak of what happened, because the perpetrator said he would destroy the Raiden Gokaden. My great-grandfather worried that the perpetrator would still return for vengeance. He said, "As the leader of the Kaedehara clan, I am deeply Yes, that's right. If my grandpa had somehow discovered the secret behind the tampered diagram, unfortunately, he failed to catch any of the hints in my great-grandfather's words. Miss Kamisato, it appears you were unaware of the happenings that my great-grandfather described here.
I suppose the reason the head of the Kamisato house never spoke of this to the family was due to similar safety concerns. If the perpetrator was capable of tampering with even the Shogun's diagrams and could single-handedly defeat many men, then he is... I will discuss this matter with Brother shortly and investigate the identity behind the one called Kun...
To be honest, as I read the letter, I felt much... My great-grandfather said in the letter that he did not wish his descendants to blindly seek revenge. And though he was in a tight situation when he wrote these words, I think what's most important for each person is not the past, but the present. Therefore, knowing the truth behind what happened is enough for me. That being said, if the enemy from all those years ago is still lurking and plotting to stir up more trouble, then I definitely won't turn a blind. These are simply insights I've gathered from all that I've experienced. Thank you all for accompanying me in my search for the truth behind that.
Great! Now that we're done here, let's head back to Rito.
Kurang lebih sekarang saya jadi tahu ya guys ya. Jadi sebenarnya Kaedahara itu sebenarnya nama klan ya, nama ini pembuat pengasah pedang juga ya. Pantas saja Kaedahara Kazuha ini dia user sword ya, yang lumayan ahli sih meskipun ya emang kayak kelihatan bukan kayak benar-benar samurai sih gitu, lebih ke samurai yang lumayan barbar sih mainnya, kurang lebih sih gitu. Guys, bagi kalian yang nggak tahu Kunin Suzushi itu di mana, misal kalian punya Raiden Shogun itu dimention di voice guys, bagian sini dan sini. Sebentar, salah bener yang ini. Kuni Suzushi ya, nah ini dia.
He came about as a byproduct of creating the Shogun. Perhaps it's because I feel like I owe him something, but I do not wish to assert control over him.
Jadi gini guys, kurang lebih Raiden Shogun sebelumnya kan jadi bisa dibilang kayak Arkon dalam bayangan ya. Setelah jadi Raiden Baal atau Raiden Makoto jadi real apa namanya, Arkon Electro dulu sebelum ingin katalism ya. Ya kalau nggak salah sih gitu. Jadi sebelum Raiden Shogun buat badannya yang sekarang nih yang ya istilah nama badannya sih, badan bonekanya tuh Raiden Shogun. Jadi ya kurang lebih sih gitu, dibuatlah prototype atau ya bisa dibilang kayak rancangan dan uji coba kurang lebih. Nah pembuatan yang boneka pertama kali itu dia memiliki perasaan. Nah karena itu Raiden Shogun nggak suka ya. Karena katanya si Kuni Suzushi ini atau sebutnya AKS Karamoch, dia memiliki feeling atau perasaan dan juga pernah merasakan apa itu nangis. Nah Raiden Shogun nggak mau akan terikat akan hal perasaan tersebut, seperti kurang lebih sih kayak gitu. Makanya dibuat lagi Raiden Shogun gitu guys, sebagai boneka kedua yang OP, kurang lebih sih gitu. Jadi guys, kita lanjut ke Plaza 5 Kasen.
Today is the final stage of the Iridori Festival. Not only will there be Shincho's signing event, but Albedo's painting of Kuranushi will also be unveiled. Make sure you get in line early to buy your special.
Hello, traveler. Paimon?
Albedo, why is the portrait of Kuranushi all covered up? Jaime wants to see what your Kuranushi portrait looks.
Don't worry. The unveiling ceremony will be starting shortly. You'll see what it looks like then. I will say that I'm most satisfied with this particular work. Is that so? Anyway.
Kazuha, what are you doing here?
I came here to take in the sea breeze. Such a bustling atmosphere. I knew you were... Thank you. But please, don't worry. The things I said in front of Look. See this familiar harbor in front of us? Before, you could sit here all day without seeing a single ship pass through. But now, it's become a bustling place. Not only are foreigners coming to Inazuma again, but traffic between here and Watatsumi Island has also been picking up.
Yeah, Inazuma has already started to change, huh?
I was thinking, in some ways, each and every... It might take a different amount of time for different people, but there will inevitably come a day when each person, and when they finally let go, they are free to follow the wind as they please.
Greetings, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, Ayato! We finally get to see the busiest person of all.
Yes, there were many things which required my attention these past few days. Fortunately, the Iridori Festival is proceeding smoothly. The Tri-Commission cooperated closely to prepare this festival.
Brother and I are very grateful for your help.
Thomas sure is taking his sweet time.
Yes. Today is one of the rare occasions when Brother isn't busy. I was going to buy some books, but he said he wanted to come along. His treat. However, he forgot his wallet at home, so he asked Toma to go back and fetch it for him.
Mirip Zongli, malah lupa bawa orangnya.
Paimon didn't think
Tapi kalau
Ayato
Zongli
could
memang
ever be
benar-benar
forgetful like
orang.
that.
Brother always works diligently, and it's rare for him to ever put his duties to the side and relax. So, Toma and I really cherish such moments when he's forgetful.
This way.
Traveler, Paimon, it's a pleasure to see you. Indeed it did. Thanks to you, the signing event went off without a hitch. And I must say, the readers seem most satisfied.
Shito, is it just Paimon, or are you on the...
You aren't mistaken, though I'm ashamed to admit it. But in fact, I have been on the watch for tourists from After all, I came to Inazuma under the pretext of evaluating a potential investment. If an acquaintance were to see me sitting here, then there would be no way to hide the truth. Fortunately, the crowds of readers that came flocking over have kept the usual tourists at bay. Oh, I should mention, Shu is also unaware of the real purpose of my trip. If you happen to meet him, please, remember to keep it a secret. Then, please accept my thanks in advance. I'm sorry that I can't... I'll see you later at the unveiling ceremony for Kuronu.
Henry sama Yai. Kayaknya Yai Miko tahu kalau Henry ini.
Hello everyone.
Hey! What are you two doing together? Don't think we didn't see you two chatting up a storm.
Is that so? I'm afraid you're just over... We were merely discussing wine and food. Speaking of good sides with sake, I personally prefer fried tofu.
Forget it. Even if those two are It's time for the portraits unveiling ceremony. Let's head over to the 5 Kasen Plaza.
Everyone! everyone, welcome to the magnificent Iridori Festival. Today, we have ushered in the final stage of our festival. And now we will reveal the final portrait of the 5 Kasen.
Paimon has no idea what Albedo's portrait looks like.
Let's all count down together. 3, 2, 1. Huh? What's this? I suppose Calx must have forgotten to include the character. Let's hear some words from Calx himself regarding the creative process behind this piece.
Hello, everyone. First, I would like to say that it was an honor to be invited to create the 5 Kasen are legendary figures from ancient Inazuma, famous for their works of poetry. As time passed, poems were composed about them. I learned from existing sources about those stories that the character of Kuronushi is the deepest and most Moreover, Kuronushi lacks a dedicated chapter among the stories. Perhaps we can assume that every creator had a different understanding of Kuronushi. So, in the same... After all, the Iridori Festival is a place for everyone to...
Yep, that's Albedo for ya. His super logical explanation is sure to win everyone's... Well, it seems that our adventures at the Iridori Festival have come to a close. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, right! We still haven't figured out who left those stories of the 5 Kasen. Really? Come on then, who is it? Tell Paimon! Well, that makes sense. Otherwise, right. Even though they were using stories to hint us toward Shincho's troubles, the real goal was to lead us to... Oh! Paimon gets it now. Let's go! We'll get...
Persis di belakang.
Ayato! You're the one behind the stories of the 5 Kasen! But don't you think you overdid it a little? Leading all your friends on a wild hunt like that?
As it just so happens, one of the reasons I...
Paimon wants to see how you'll explain yourself out of this one.
First of all, the start of this whole incident was due to mere happenstance. You see, Lady Yai happened to catch sight of Shincho and the editor carrying the books away one night.
Huh? So it was Miko after all! Paimon knew it! This thing had Miko written all over it!
That's right. But using the story of the 5 Kasen to guide you to the Kaedehara family's secrets was my personal touch. As for my roundabout approach, well, that was something which I had no choice but to do. Yes. Due to a certain incident that occurred earlier, I happened to notice the bonsai plants left behind by Kaedehara Yoshinori. I knew there was more than meets the eye regarding those papers, but it took me some time to figure out the secret behind the ink. What Kaedehara Yoshinori said in the letter is very important for both the Kamisato clan, and the Kaedehara clan used to be subordinates of the Kamisato clan. It was my ancestors who were unable to protect, although he has the right to know the truth. The closer he draws to things hidden out of sight, the closer he also draws. Of course, I could outright tell him the truth that I had discovered. If he lacks the ability, then he wouldn't be able to find the truth in the first place. Kaedehara Yoshinori left his message in a roundabout way precisely for this reason. For a long time, I yearned for a suitable opportunity to convey this matter.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yeah, it wasn't only Kazuha. You brought all of the rest of us into this plan of yours.
I figured you would ask this question eventually. I merely saw that this matter would be of value to you. And more importantly, I hoped that while Kazuha and Ayaka were looking for the answers together, they would have some reliable friends by their side. Reliable friends who would be willing to protect them and make measured decisions. Friends who would spare no effort to lend a helping hand, because it is also very likely that you will face the same enemy together in the future. You already know the answer deep down inside, don't you? The answer is actually hidden in the portrait of Kuronushi. When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before.
I see. Alat bersihkan air maksudnya, guys. jam kosong gitu.
It's getting pretty late, so nobody else is around now. So Ayato must have been telling us this.
Mari kita lihat sosoknya.
It's the Balladeer! So he was the one behind the trouble all those years ago!
When there is no one else near the portrait, you can confirm with your own eyes. As for the means of revealing that answer, well, you have used it many times before. Also, there's one last thing that we must discuss. I mentioned earlier that the occurrence of a certain incident made me notice the bonsai plants. I wish to tell you of that incident now. It was just after the Shogun announced the abolition of the Sakoku decree. I heard that something had happened at the Tenryo Commission. They had discovered signs that someone had entered the warehouse storing the Commission's articles of evidence and confiscated items. But I felt something unusual about that incident. So I told Kujo Sara of the Tenryo Commission to treat it as if nothing happened. She was not to In the meantime, I sent a member of the Shumatsuban to keep watch over the warehouse. And sure enough, someone was sneaking in.
You mean he was up?
I let him search for a while, but in the end, he found nothing. Soon after, he had to leave Inazuma by boat.
Why didn't you send someone to catch him?
The best way to protect a secret. After he left Inazuma, I carefully checked the Kaidahara clan's belongings one by one, and eventually discovered the papers in the hidden I am certain that the papers are the secret which the infiltrator sought to find, though he couldn't confirm whether this secret existed at. So, now on to my final question. Which part of Kaidahara Yoshinori's experiences was the secret that needed to be protected? I don't have an answer to this question. As for now, please, enjoy yourselves at the Iridori Festival.
Oke, selesai guys. Oke, udah ya. Untuk eventnya saya juga udah kelar guys ya. Mungkin kita lanjut bagian guys. Yang satunya lagi. Nah, yang ini.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Bentar guys, kayaknya kita daily dulu deh. Di commission dulu di monster ya. File ya. Ini apa? Oh, storm ini ada. Ini dulu deh. Kita daily dulu ya guys ya.
Illusion shattered!
Kita dailynya agak cepat aja guys, daripada kelamaan.
Think you can get away?
Tuh, malah di atas dok.
Brace yourself.
Into the wind!
Steady as stone.
Shine down!
The wind moves me.
Kita lanjut yang ini. Soalnya di situ agak ribet sih lawannya si of Storm ya, yang pure dari Anemo ya, pure dari kekuatan angin gitu. Monster elemental yang pure terbuat dari kekuatan angin. mirip-mirip sama Geovisap guys.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Kita lanjut dulu bentar,
Brace yourself.
kita naik lagi. Oke. Ya.
There is no escape! Clouds high, the birds call, one with nature. Into the wind. Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Lanjut lagi ke next daily commission ya. Oke, sini ya. Sini dulu guys deh. Si filenya. Oke. Yuk kita lanjut dulu guys ke TKP ya, atau tempat kejadian perkara.
There is no escape!
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster? Time for takeoff.
Another test subject.
Shine down!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Mare Jifari, padang abu tak berujung, di mana angin tidak bisa berhembus. Kita ke si file ini lagi guys ya. Konfirmasi kita udah. Nah, terakhir ya guys ya. Nah, sebentar saya.
Illusion shattered!
Think you can get away? Yoo-hoo!
The wind knows it.
Brace yourself.
One with nature.
Here we go. Time to be faster. Brace yourself.
The wind knows.
Sebentar guys, saya refleks. kolek-kolek dulu ya itemnya. Oke. Sebentar guys, saya ngambil dulu.
Ad Astra Abbott. Thank you for coming.
Kita ambil dulu fragile orange ini guys. Di sini jamnya jam 8 tadi ya. Jam 8 pagi dari questnya sih. Lah kok bisa ngebug gitu?
This scenery.
You know, according to the arrival schedule, there should be one last ship arriving in Rito today. But the Iridori Festival is coming to an end. Who would be showing up now? Oh, it's up.
Siapa ini?
Traveler Paimon, nice to see you again.
Bentar lagi saya mau ini dulu. Oke.
Wow! It's Kokumi and Goro! So the Divine Priestess and the Yes, but we are not here representing Watatsumi Island's administration. Things are quiet in Watatsumi Island at the moment, and I wanted to buy some books. Sabgoro was not greatly interested in the Irodori Festival, but he said if I was going to Rito...
Her Excellency is traveling outside of Watatsumi Island and also meeting her pen pal today. As her general, it is my
Pen pal? Yes, we started corresponding just recently. My pen pal and I share very similar tastes in light novels. Since we were both coming to the Irodori Festival this time, we decided... Sounds pretty professional! It's almost time. Goro and I must go to meet my Kokumi. Let me think.
Di sini mereka. Oke.
「 Wow! It's Kokumi and Goro! So the Divine Priestess and the General... 「
else around. It looks like we're...
My. Who have we here?
Miko?
Gurunya kabur.
No, Paimon hadn't counted on running into Miko. She and Kokomi, or they're gonna end up having a fight. Lady Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine. No wonder.
If it isn't the leader of Watatsumi...
Uh-oh, this is getting out of control, fam! Hello. Nice to meet you, fried tofu with all the frills.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, soul of the deep.
Hey, what's going on here? Miko is Kokomi's pen pal? No, it can't be. Look at them. Clearly they are...
Whatever are you talking about? I don't understand. I'm simply here for the... Let's go. The venue for this meeting is in the Konjo Commission headquarters up there. The view is excellent.
Oh, the book review and the Kanjo Commission. You're not here to talk about shaking up the Inazuma literary scene. You're here to... Watatsumi Island will soon hold formal talks with the shogunate on Inazuma's future development. It's essential to have an
Right, especially with someone outside of the shogunate like myself. But this is just our first meeting.
Huh. Okay then.
By the way, where is your general?
Huh. That's right. Where did Goro go? Goro went to buy some books for me.
Oh, what a pity. I was rather looking forward to seeing his fluffy ears again.
Traveler, I'd like to talk to you. I have been getting the sense that Goro does not like cat. I noticed he instinctively hid as soon as he saw her, so I would like to give him the task of buying some books, but Goro rarely buys anything. So, at Kokomi, you thank you. I made a list of the books I like. Goro? Are you alright?
Oh, it's you. I came here to ensure the safety of her ex...
Goro, don't be so hard on yourself. Actually, Kokomi asked us to give you a very important task.
Her Excellency's purchase list. Got it. This is how Her Excellency wants me to...
Goro, let us come with you.
Ah.
Time to go.
There is a children's storybook on this list called Night at Mount Yogo.
A children's storybook?
Yes, it's for the children of Watatsumi Island. Her Excellency says that this book is simply written... Hello, I'll take 5 copies.
Thank you for your patronage. Wow, you're a lucky customer. There's a coupon in one of the books you just bought.
Wow, Goro got a free...
Here you go. A toy box. It's all you...
What?
Are you okay? The hair on your tail is standing on end.
Fine. Thanks for the gift. Could you maybe, look after... Yes. As a thank you gift.
Seems like Goro still hasn't recovered from seeing Miko.
Okay, next up, this isn't the... It says on the list that Her Excellency had an editor called Onodera purchase the latest issue...
Oh, we know him. We'll lead the way.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Onodera? I'm here to pick up the new issue of A Legend of...
Hello there, yes, I have the book right here. I heard Soul of the Deep is the VIP of the Iridori Festival, but couldn't make it here in time for the signing event due to the shipping schedule.
Oh, also, if you have these books available, please give me one.
Alright, let me see. Oh my goodness, it's your lucky day today. You were the 100th reader to buy the Saga of Hamavaran. That entitles you to receive a special...
Oh.
Are you okay? You don't look very well.
I'm Fine. Her Soul of the Deep asked me to buy this book after all. I'm sure
Goro does not look like he's enjoying this at all.
Oh, one other thing. Because of the amount of your purchase, you're able to... Sir, please take your lucky draw whenever you are ready.
Just turn the handle and a prize ball will come out. Maybe today's your lucky day.
Come on, Goro, go for it!
Let me see. Wow.
Goro, you're a lucky dog today!
The grand prize is a full collection of each light novel published by Yai Publishing House. Not only is the prize awarded personally by Lady Yai, but you will also have the chance to shake hands and take a photo with...
What? Not only do I have to meet her, but I have to shake her hand and take a photo with her too?
What? This guy won the Yai Publishing House's grand prize? Wow, that's so lucky!
An entire set of all their light novels. That's worth a lot of money.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could we discuss...
Huh? You mean you want to give up the prize?
Goro, don't give up your prize. If you don't want to see Miko, that's fine. We'll figure something out.
No, that's not what I meant. I'm not giving up the prize, and I can cope with the ceremony and the picture taking. But I have a request. I would like to ask Yai Publishing House to change the prize from light...
Agricultural science?
Yes. The land in Watatsumi Island is quite barren and always yields a poor grain harvest. We've been looking for new ways to improve the residents' lives. One of her Soul of the Deep's core objectives for the Iridori Festival was to purchase some works on crop cultivation and aquaculture. If I can get these books as my prize instead, we can save a lot of money, and Soul of the Deep can buy some other useful resources too.
I see. I understand your request, but I don't have the authority to grant it. I will contact Lady Yai now. Please wait for our reply at the 5 Kasen Plaza. Depending on the situation, Lady Yai might...
Okay, understood.
To request a fan fiction booth, please apply here. Check out our fairy tale fiction books.
Kita tunggu guys di plaza ya.
Goro, that was pretty brave of you. You clearly don't like having to deal with Miko, but you're still a good...
You think so? I guess I got a burst of courage when I thought about Her Excellency's order. I am the General of Watatsumi Island's Armed Forces. How can I let some... I'm ready now. I feel like I'm back on the battlefield. Even if Yai Miko does come to negotiate with...
You still look pretty nervous though, Goro.
Well, probably because I just realized she might...
Sorry for keeping you all waiting.
How did it go?
Lady Yai has agreed to your request to swap the light novels for books on...
That's great!
Additionally, Lady Yai says that she will include a few extra works. Considering your you may accompany me to Yai Publishing House's warehouse to select your preferred books. I believe your return ship leaves tomorrow night. We will package the selected book...
You'll package the books? Then, what about the
Lady Yai said selecting the books may take up a lot of your time and energy. To ensure you have fond memories of the Iridori Festival, although she did leave you a letter, you can read it on your own.
I didn't think Yai Miko would cancel the ceremony. Anyway, I'll go with the editor to pick the books now. I won't trouble you guys anymore. Great. See...
Now underway. Take part and win prizes.
Kokomi and Goro really worthwhile. The book review session was a big success. Goro also made a great contribution. He procured a whole batch.
I may have won the prize, but ultimately, it was Yae Miko who gave us all these books for...
Speaking of, didn't Yae Miko send you a...
Oh, I almost forgot. I'll read it now.
Dear Goro, I suppose you must have been extremely nervous when you heard about the prospect of the... It came as a surprise indeed to learn that not only did you accept those conditions, you also made... Those books are a token of my goodwill to Watatsumi Island, and also my gift to you. Ah, yes, I'm sure that by this point you must be feeling ever so grateful for my kindness, and are looking... Yae Publishing House will host an event next month, and we are looking for someone to dress up as a character from a light novel and interact. Goro, you are not only patient, but also very beautiful. Why don't you come and help us? I'll prepare a tailor-made outfit just for you. Oh, and by the way, it'll be a woman's outfit.
I knew it! I knew she was up to some...
Kecil pasti kan. Kayaknya udah kelar ya guys ya. Yuk, kita lanjut ya sini. Adventure Group Leeway. Sebentar guys, nunggu random sebentar. Emang kadang nyebelin sih kalau nunggu random. Tapi yang dulu juga ya sebentar guys ya. Wah, mainan gerbang ID nih. Petrice, peneliti dari Fontaine. Pinggiran Cesam. Waduh, domain. Nona galak berambut pirang hitam. Yang maksud saha ya? Oh Yelan mungkin kali guys. Tidak boleh penelitian itu supaya mulia panggilan suci yang menyaksikan faktor. Kayaknya hukum di Fountain keras banget sih guys kayaknya ya, timbang Liu Wei. Buset, pasal, what the heck. I see. Crystallize berarti, mirip-mirip efek crystallize guys. Yang ambil elemen habis itu mengkristalisasi gitu, elemen tersebut. Kalau pakai artefak arkaik Petra kalau nggak salah sih itu dapat buff, misalnya elemen pyro yang mengkristal elemen pyro itu sama Geo gitu, ntar ngebuff ya kalau nggak salah pyronya. Pilar batu ya Pak, segede gaban gitu pilar batunya ya. Bayman banyak ngomong doang. Menggelar. Dalam event penelitian kristal resonansi, kamu harus menghadapi tantangan yang membagi karakter menjadi 2 tim. Sebelum tantangan dimulai, kamu bisa mengatur harmoni kristal resonansi untuk kedua tim, gabungkan kristal pemancar dan kristal penerima. Mendapatkan IC. Setiap kristal pemancar hanya bisa menyinari 1 kristal penerima. Tapi 1 kristal penerima. Saat tantangan berlangsung, jika berhasil memicu respon harmoni antara kristal pemancar dan penerima, saat poin tersebut mencapai tertentu, kekuatan harmoni akan meningkat dan mendapat damage untuk seluruh anggota party. Nah, makanya berapa banyak. Namun jika kamu tidak memicu harmoni kekuatan isi. Dalam pertarungan ini, kamu harus mengalahkan musuh yang muncul tanpa henti dalam waktu terbatas. Memperoleh poin di antara yang disebut Nemesis. What the? Kayak Resident Evil baik. Berikan poin lebih banyak dan lebih tinggi saat tantangan terakhir.
The scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to...
Let me see. Metaphorically, enak nih guys main crowd control semua ini. Yang atas enak main overload deh, yang bawah crowd control ini the best. Normal aja kali ya guys ya, masa ini kan. Yang atas main overload ya, coba karakter. Oh, ada Raiden Shogunnya juga di atas. Sangling ini sama Xiao kali, sama Bennett nih. Dah itu aja. Oh, yang party kedua saya lebih milih crowd control semua. 1, 2. Habis itu siapa ya? DPS Bang Dilek, healingnya Noel. Bentar guys. Pameran berisi. Oh, elemental burst. I see. Boleh. Partai dulu guys. Saya berapa? Wah, channel lo. Artefak weaponnya nggak dirampilin. Wait. Oh, ini mah cuma ini doang. Ya, kita coba dulu guys. Saya pengen tahu sistemnya kayak gimana. Karena lawan di atas tuh automaton, jadi pakai elektro juga word aja lah. Kok domainnya mirip-mirip yang domain artefak baru ya, domain Chasm ini guys ya. Ini asli guys, ini domain Chasm guys. Alahkan lawan sebanyak mungkin untuk dalam waktu oke.
Coba, get them! Eat this! Everybody stand back!
Ayo, juara.
Useless. Disappear.
Bentar guys, saya mau apa dulu bentar. Agak ngeframe parah ini bentar. Ayo kita lanjut guys, semoga aja nggak ngeframe lagi.
Worthless. Shine down. Going in. There is no escape. Evil conquering. Worthless.
Mana lagi nih musuhnya?
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up. Torn to oblivion. Disappear. Going in. Eat this.
kurang lebih tuh itu guys ya, apa namanya, kayak
Think you can get away?
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Here we go. Time for takeoff. Let's play.
One with wind and cloud. The wind knows it.
Pay your dues.
Think you can get away? Here we go.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Brace yourself. Time for takeoff.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Think you can get away?
Another test subject.
Clouds high. The birds call. Time to go.
Time for
Another test
takeoff.
subject.
Wind strike.
Here to play with me.
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Let's play. Think you can get away? Here we go.
Another test subject.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
relock ya. Kita sudah keluarin nih guys. Masuk ketika kan oke, nice 1500 itu udah max pak. Saya mau ini dulu. Yes. Saya lihat dulu. Oh, paling gedenya 2000 guys. Oke. Udah ada kan buat monster baru ya. Kurang lebih itu buffnya mirip-mirip event apa ya, saya lupa. Event Hyakunan Iki ya, masalah sih Hyakunan Iki. Ini pakai pyro lebih enak sih yang atas. Pyro sama crowd control ini lumayan nih. Yang bawahnya tetap guys, elektro sama geo lebih cocok sih. Yap, yang di atas bisa lah pakai anemo guys. Ada minta Liquorly, ini yang mungkin shooter itu. Hydro Slime, Cryo Slime sama Liquorly Anemo, Slime Pyro sama Hydro Mimic. Yang bawahnya ya sama, berarti kita bagi dua tim yang crowd control guys. Berarti yang bawah pakai elektro plus ada ininya, yang ini pakai ini ya, bisa lah atasnya pakai pyro lah. Wah, ini crowd control nih enak nih guys, yang nggak salah berarti 3 atau 4 hari lagi. Yang ini 5 hari masalah. Yang atas lo boleh tuh ada refund ya, itu monster ngeselin guys asli. Yang bawah Hydro Slime ya, semua yang versi gede. Oke. Yang bawah Treasure Holder, berarti yang atas bawa Cryo ya, berarti fix. Yang bawah Elektro. Oke. Kurang lebih gitu guys buat musuhnya ya. Bisa tukar kan? Nah. Oh bisa. Oh ya, oke guys, mungkin live streamnya cukup sampai di sini dulu. Semoga kalian terhibur dengan live stream saya. Untuk kedepannya mungkin saya bakal lanjut live stream, tapi karena berhubung saya ada keperluan beberapa minggu ke depan, jadinya streamnya saya tunda sampai beberapa waktu. Jadi ntar saya bakal stream lagi di saat saya udah bener-bener lumayan guys ya, lumayan renggang lah. Asli dibilang keperluan tersebut udah benar-benar selesai atau kelar ya, kurang lebih seperti itu.
Wherever in this world I
sampai
roam,
sini, sampai
I carry
jumpa
memories of my
next
home.
day ya. Kemungkinan sih jam 4
Displayed.
sehabis
It is the
Jumatan
last
sih
link I have to the
dalam
land of my
untuk
birth.
live stream ya, dan Sabtu juga sama guys. Untuk Minggu libur ya, jadi nggak stream dulu karena libur ya, kurang lebih gitu guys ya. Oke guys, sampai jumpa di next day. See ya guys, thank you all. Subscribe please, jangan lupa subscribe guys, thank you.